Talk to Captain Takia in the yard. Work with her to decide how best to deploy our forces. Oh. There's things out there. Oh, wait, they're for sale. Never mind. Had her in the courtyard. She's in charge of the materials we have on hand. We could reinforce our defenses with them. If you need anything, just talk to her. Oh. Do you have any questions about preparing for battle? No, I'm good. Oh. When the battle begins, we will be forced to protect... I will be focused on protecting her. For the sake of the Gerudo, nothing can happen to her. Right, yes, okay, fine, marvellous. Oh yeah, beds, right, need to find beds. Oh. It's a though everyone's been talking about. If you've got business inside, you better get done now. Once the fighting kicks off, the door won't open until it's safe. Cool, thank you. Bye. Right, there are beds here. So the water beds. What water beds? He did the spa water beds. They weren't water beds though, they were just normal beds. I have enough for the lower grade massage, so sure, if you're that desperate to see me do the thing, then sure. Come on. Do the thing. There we go. We've talked to the woman. She is now going to give us a massage. And break our leg. And our arm. She could break my bones anytime. Oh dear. Right, there we go. We have done the thing. Right, let's just continue with the story. Did I really just say that? Yes, 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 yes. Oh, actually, no, that's interesting. Hello. Hey, so does your arm have like these neat designs on it because you're a Vo? I'm learning about Vo from Miss Asashi. But she hasn't said anything about designs on Vo arms. That's so cool. I want to learn more about Vo. I just wish it was time for the afternoon class already. Okay, bye. You should have seen Valeria Jam. That woman is swole. She just did. You just talk to the woman. See? Appreciate it, chat. Well, I say it, I mean her. And her thighs like oak trunks. But other than that, Riju stole my heart. I mean, yeah, Riju is adorable. I like Riju. I maintain, Riju is a better queen than Zelda. Riju is doing things! All Zelda did was sit there and become a school teacher. She's the queen! She should be off in the castle, ruling her kingdom, putting in laws and building royal guards instead. No, she's playing as a school teacher. Oh yes, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 plus 4 is 6 or whatever the bloody hell it is. 7? 3 plus 4 is no 3. 7, yes. Make Hyrule great again, indeed. Right, we have things. Oh, wow, okay. I'm going to take all of the things. Ooh, this is a prime opportunity for us to get some photos. That's a shield. My album's full. Hold on. Go there. I will preserve them for the bloody blah of bloody blah. Delete. Excuse me. Widow Scimitar. Excuse me, Claymore. Widow Spear. I will take the Gerudo Claymore because I need that for things. Oh, can't carry any more melee weapons. Okay. That's fine. I've still not used the Master Sword yet anyway. Okay, I felt kind of bad that I've not talked to her. Hello! I've been gathering materials that I think might be useful in battle. Feel free to take anything you need from here. Also, I'm confident that I can build a barricade at any of the gates. Would that help you? Let's talk barricades. There are 3 gates. From the palace, the north gate is ahead, the west gate is left, and the east gate is right. So, north, east, and west. Or northwest and east, as technically. I've got an idea for a barricade. I'll use iron barrels and wood to block the path. Which gate would you like it set up at? I'll defend the north's going to be easiest, I suppose, so with the east gate. Okay, the barricade has been set up at the east gate. That should slow down any enemies that attack that position. This is good. No, you can move it. Okay, in that case, you leave the barricade there. I have a cunning plan. And, shockingly, it actually requires me to use materials. Dun, dun, dun. I know, I'm actually using some of the materials I've gathered, but we'll see what we can do. Hello. Waves of monsters have appeared outside the town walls. It won't be long before we'll need to deal with this threat. How should we deploy our forces? Who should we send and where? We could spread them out to lightly cover all the gates, or maybe concentrated force to protect a weakened point. We need to decide who to send. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Okay, I have a plan. Cannoneer. Where would you like to deploy them? I will... where did I deploy the last one? Westgate, I think. Yes, that works. There's the Cannoneer at the Westgate. Then I want the sword troops at the Westgate as well. And then I'm going to put the spear troops at the East Gate by the barricades. I see, that way we can efficiently defend the area with serious electric shocks. Yes. So that's all of the soldiers in position. So the last thing for me to do... Northgate defense. Ah, you see, that's where the cunning plan comes in. Because I have a lot of things. Yes, I think that'll do it. No, actually a bit lower. Make sure that it's 9-9. Yes, I think that works quite well. And then we will take one of the Dupadops. Or two of the Dupadops. Them. No. No. Let them burn. I imagine Ezio just lives off beer, whiskey, steak, and kale. I've never eaten kale. It's been a while since I've had steak as well. I will be having some next Sunday, though. I'm going out for a meal. Beer, yes. Whiskey, yes. To be honest, here's a bit of a history lesson. Jam probably already knows this. In the monasteries of Germany, during Lent, this was in the medieval period, during Lent, the monks would give up solid food for Lent and only drink a special kind of beer. I think it was called Holy Father beer. I don't know what the German for it is. And they would only drink that. A couple of pints of that, I'd say 3 pints of that a day, maybe 4 on a Sunday. And that's all they had. It was a very low alcoholic beer, but very high in calories. And that was the only thing they would consume for the entirety of Lent. And you know what? If I wasn't karate training 3 times a week, I would very much do that. I would try doing that over Lent. Low alcohol, but why? Well, because if you've got an empty stomach, you're not going. Well, also if you're a monk. Well, I suppose the monks were all known for the enjoyment of alcohol. But I say low alcohol because if you're drinking on an empty stomach, yeah, I don't know. Either way, it was a high-calorie beer, and I'd love to try that. The only problem is that I'd probably lose about 12 stone, and I would vanish into oblivion, but still. Are the preparations complete? Yes. Once again, better queen than Zelda! Couple blockers, apparently. No, it's, Holy Berta Bitter or something. I don't know my German. I failed spectacularly of it when I was in school. Link?
I'm curious about that voice we heard earlier, but... Situation report. Large numbers of Gibdos are moving to attack the town. For everyone else, we'll need to deal with this.
Cam's only German for the potatoes. Well, no, it's a lesser-known fact, and I didn't expect Jam to know her medieval history. Well, I half expected it, but in fairness, I know that, and I'm a piss artist at the best of times, aren't I? So.
Gloria! The town's surrounded. Stay strong. This threat is also an opportunity. Fight well and we can wipe them out once and out in one battle, hives and all. Prepare yourselves for battle. Let's show them the true power of the Gerudo.
Oh.
I'm more amazed at the true power of you fighting in high heels.
Protect the town, protect the chief.
Monsters have appeared outside town. Shore up the defenses at the gate.
Where have my defenses gone?
Enemies have emerged from the hive at the east gate. Stop them.
The game's just destroyed my... All those resources I spent have just disappeared.
Enemies are pouring out of the hive near the north gate too. Take them out. Yes! That hive is out of action. Enemies from the hive near the west gate. Let's hit it with lightning.
Right. I'm annoyed. I really am. Okay.
Flying enemies from the hive at the east gate. They're heading straight for us.
Ow.
Enemies have been spotted inside town. Flying enemies from the west gate's hive. Time for a lightning strike or two. All right, another hive down. The enemies won't stop coming until we wipe out all the hives. Enemies are nearing the center of town. Prepare to attack. Eliminate every enemy you see for the last line of defense.
Bugger off. Right. Let's go through here.
That's the last of the hive. All we have to do now is clear out the rest of the Gibdos.
Whoa, it's doing a foobity bop. And now it's dead. That was creepy. Did we win or did I? Oh, we won. Okay, cool. There we go.
Link, I'm incredibly grateful for your help in the battle.
Yeah. If only my robots were still alive! I blame Zelda. Phantom Zelda descended upon us and stole my robots. I had my cunning plan. I had a trap. I had the flame thing and the 2 drones, and they would have got... And they would have all killed them all, and the game took them off me. Mean. Oh, well, it is what it is. I'll have to go back to one of the gacha pods at some point, aren't I?
Link,
Gerudo.
on the behalf of all of the Gerudo, I thank you. I suspect that the Gibdo threat will calm down a bit now that we've wiped out the hives that were surrounding the town. I noticed that the hives crumbled into sand when we destroyed them. I wonder if the Gibdos have some kind of connection to the sand. Or maybe they're connected to the sand shroud. Did they make it? Did it summon them? And then there's the voice that you and I both heard. A voice in lightning. That reminds me of something.
Lady Urbosa?
Link, there's something you should see. Come down to the mural in the underground shelter.
No, not Lady Urbosa. No, that'd be calling back to the previous game. Of course we won't be doing that. Also, I'm lazy and cannot be bothered going that far, so I'm just going to jump down this hole instead. Oh, why not?
Where did the owner... Oh, you're the chief's guest. So this is a vow. His ears look to be about the circumference of his head and neck. Interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. You're the first vow I've ever seen. I got a little carried away figuring out your measurements. Why was I doing that? Because I make accessories, and the key to any good accessory is a perfect fit. My name is Kara. I haven't had a lot of opportunities to make accessories for a vow. So, if you'll give me the chance, I'll put everything I've got into making some really great ones for you. The shop's owner were here, she probably could have made you all sorts of things. She went out to look for potential adornments and hasn't come back since. She was in such high spirits too, gushing about the treasures that she'd find in the Taruma Dunes. That's a dangerous place though, Moldiga territory. I hope she didn't run into trouble.
Missing owner, cool.
Anyway, do you need something? The owner may not be here, but I'll do what I can.
That's alright.
Come back soon, we've got a place for all accessories.
Cool. Right, that's the classroom. Hello!
Oh, you're that special vow the guard was talking about. My name is Ashari. I am in charge of teaching the vow and you class to the Gerudo. Have you set your heart on someone special?
I have!
You don't hold back on anything, do you? Most I value honesty in a vow. That's a good trait for you to have. You're welcome to sit on a lesson if you're interested. Though aren't normally allowed in town, so it would be a rare treat to the class if you showed up. Maybe you could come by in the evening. That class is for the older Gerudo. Daytime class is for the younger students. I don't think they're quite ready to meet a vow.
What a lovely lady. Oh, I say that, but that's probably because she's the first Gerudo down here who hasn't tried to curse me out. Okay, that's disingenuous. We've spoken to plenty of charming ladies down here. Just, I have a bad taste after that market stall owner.
Saba.
Ah,
Ah.
oh, you must be the bow everyone's talking about. Say, are Hilly and Bo interested in archaeology?
Is your name Nico Robin?
Would it surprise you to learn that I'm an archaeologist myself? After much work, I have finally deciphered these slates. Do you want to hear what's written on them? Do you? Do you? Don't you? You do, don't you?
Sure. The people pay for cash a lot in the UK. It's on the downturn. Most people pay with contactless these days. I try to pay with cash. If it's a big company like a supermarket, I'll probably pay on my card. But if it's a smaller thing, well, my local doesn't accept cards, so I have to pay in cash. The local chip shop only accepts cash. And if it's a smaller business, I try to pay in cash anyway, because then they don't get hit with the card transaction fees, which means they get more money. And for a smaller business, that helps.
If you insist. First up, the Stella over here. On the left, it says, the 7 heroines who protected the Gerudo. Their secrets will be expressed on 6th state. Steady. Oh, stale. Whatever. As for the Stella over there, on the right, it says, the 7 heroines who protected the Gerudo, and 8 channels and guides the power of these 7.
Oh, right, that's the lost one then.
I doubt you know this, being a Hylian foe, but we Gerudo have believed in the heroines for a long, long time.
I know. We went through all of this in the previous game.
They are said to have protected and guided our people in times past. Unfortunately, I've found little in the way of documentation about the heroines themselves. There are many debates and disagreements surrounding these enigmatic figures. Some argue for revering all 7 as a collective, and others for worshipping each one as an individual. Certain rebel-rousing contrarians even claim there were not 7, but 1 or 8. If there is one thing scholars love, it's to argue with each other. But these stelae definitely support the theory of 8. An incredible discovery, isn't it? I could stop here and rightly say I've changed the face of archaeology, but I've found the other 4 stelae. Who knows what else I might learn about the heroines. I wonder too about this orb that I found while searching for the stelae. Is it connected somehow? If I gave a presentation on all of this, I'd be the star of the Archaeology Society. But I have not been able to find any stelae besides these 2. Since there's nothing like them on the surface, the others must be underground somewhere. How I wish I could see the text inscribed upon those stelae. Even just a picture would serve my purpose. Oh, I'm looking for these stupid things as well now. Wait. Oh yeah, no, this was covered by rocks. I was about to say, wait, how did you miss this one? But I uncovered it by accident. Okay, that's 1. So there's 2 there. That's 3, and I know at least 1 other, which I think was not in that cave there. Myra, there's plenty of shops that only accept contactless. Well, most people shift to contactless over COVID, and then that was about it. So yeah, that's not surprising. Only 1 in here. Huh. I get the suspicion that I'm probably going to need these at some point. Oh well, I'll figure it out later. I'm guessing that's how to solve the riddle of the heroines or something. Right, so we found 2 more. Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Those two.
Oh.
This is the jail. Even though you have special permission to be in Gerudo Town, I still won't let you past this point. Really, the only way into the jail is to break our rules. Though we're normally not allowed inside our town, and one in the jail broke that rule, so he's locked up. Even though you have permission to be here, if you break the rules, you'll join him in jail.
Oh! Okay, yeah. Gibdo bone. Strong, but breaks in about 4 seconds. Okay. No, fine. I'm going to just use the silver goblin horn, then why not? Wretched pain in the bloody... Okay, I assume the way in there is I go underground and then try and find a way underneath it. Or I break the rules. I don't know. Also, I'm curious. Heroine's secret. There are you must still find 4, so I found 2. Oh, there's another 2 knocking around here somewhere. Oh, hello, Riju.
Oh, Link, you came. Look at the mural on the wall. It is though it is thought to have been painted by the ancestors of the Gerudo. It appears that when they created it, they were also using this shelter to hide. Perhaps the Gerudo of the distant past were also beset by some great disaster. Anyway, the writing on the mural says, standing back to back with the throne, witness the red pillars across the vast sea. Unite the pillars in light to reveal the lightning stone and open the way. You who can hear my voice, come to me. I await you. The mysterious voice that spoke to us. Its words reminded me of this mural. This image must represent a location of some kind, and the engraved words of riddles. Why is Link always wet, by the way? Some kind of engraving the words of riddles to discovering its location. That's the only explanation that makes sense.
Okay then. To do that, we also have to find the underground stone tablets of pain and misery. Alas, what we must first do instead is save the game. Then we must save the game. Amazing how prevalent cash is still in Japan. Yes, very much so. There were thousands of millions of yen lost during the tsunamis around Fukushima because people just kept it in their houses and the houses got washed away. So all the yen went out to sea. Not the worst thing to happen of the disaster, but yeah, that was pretty bad in terms of a lot of things. But either which way, we will now continue this next time. There we go. So we didn't get to the temple, but we have learned things. A lot of things. Namely, that the Gibdos are still useless. Riju is still awesome. I think I prefer the Gerudo to the Hylians at this point. Riju is best queen. Lightning is awesome. And Gibdo bones, though powerful, are also really useless as weapon fusion material because they break after about 5 hits. So, oh well. We're not going to use that anytime soon. We've also upgraded a bunch of our gear. and tested my sanity a few times because, good lord, it still really, really bothers me, as is blatantly obvious, how they've just erased everything that we've done in Breath of the Wild. Well, not everything. Some story beats have carried over, but for the majority of it, it's just... They've not even built in the period between. 5 years have passed. Look, Link visited Gerudo Town, he admittedly disguised as a woman, saved the day. You don't think that at some point, Link and Zelda, in the 3 to 5 years between the two games, came back to Gerudo Town, met with Riju, and Riju said, Link is the hero of the Gerudo. We fought and defeated the Divine Beast Vandaboris together. He saved the kingdom. He has a pass because she just did that in this game, so surely she could have done it long before, and they could have tied that in. But no, apparently not. We could have had the Gerudo knowing Link. We could have had a Zora situation. Think about it. The Zora knew who Link was in Breath of the Wild. He'd been a child. He was like an Aragon heroine sort of thing with the Zora in Breath of the Wild. Link could have been known by the Gerudo. He could have been known as the Hero Vi, or the Hero Vo, even. But no, apparently not. We just don't know he exists because lazy writing, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, that's another rant, and it's the end of the stream. So, with that said, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you want to catch me live, well, I'll be right back here at 2 o'clock UK time on Saturday as we continue our journey into the world of this. Would I say amazing? I suppose it's amazing in some ways. Gameplay-wise, yes. Story-wise, infuriating, but we'll be back for this certainly interesting game. And hey, if you've missed any of these streams, and if you want to catch up with our run into The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, at all, rants included, you can find them all uploaded to the YouTube archive, linked in the panels down below, containing playlists of every game, every journey as I call them, that we've ever been on here on this channel, including The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which we finished 100% on Master Mode, and all of the DLC, including Trials of the Sword. That's another kettle of fish that we will not open at this point. Also, a massive thank you to each and every one of you. Be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives, thank you very much for joining me on this journey this evening. Thank you for joining me as we've travelled through the world of this amazing game. And most of all, thank you for spending a little bit of your life here with me on the channel. It means the world. It always will do. And it always does. And a massive thank you also to the mighty Turbo Drive Live for the raid. You, sir, are a boss. And now I think that is everything. Actually, I think it is everything for a change. So, let us see. It is fairly late on my end. We've got kind of enough to pay the good vibes forward. So, let's see if there's anyone on the raid list. I'm doubtful this time on a Thursday. AI Jesus. No. Right, well, with that said and that done, I shall call it here. So, no, Yakuza 0, tempting, but no. Anyway, with that said, with that done, to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are, and as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I'll see you all next time.